Hello, graceful Libra. As July 3rd and 4th unfold, the rhythm around you may feel subtly different, almost as if life is inviting you to notice the quiet changes that often arrive before larger transformations become visible. What is shifting now is not the result of chance alone, but the natural outcome of everything you've continued to nurture with patience, resilience, and thoughtful intention. You may begin to recognize that the confidence you've been building internally is gradually changing the way others respond to you as well. This weekend is less about rushing toward a finish line and more about recognizing that new doors are beginning to open. If you've questioned your value or wondered whether your efforts were making a difference, the atmosphere now encourages you to look again with fresh eyes. There is a growing sense that balance is returning, allowing you to move forward with greater clarity instead of carrying the weight of old doubts. Rather than forcing progress, your willingness to remain authentic may become your greatest advantage. For those who are single, a meaningful connection could begin taking shape through familiar circles, professional collaborations, or conversations that seem ordinary at first, but leave a lasting impression. Instead of immediate certainty, this connection may unfold gradually, revealing new layers over time. Someone may appear composed, accomplished, or quietly influential, yet their hesitation could reflect unresolved experiences rather than a lack of interest. Give space for trust to develop naturally and allow your intuition to guide your understanding before drawing conclusions. In your professional life, subtle changes in how others perceive your presence may become more important than dramatic announcements. Your ideas, diplomacy, and ability to bring people together could attract opportunities for collaboration or greater visibility. At the same time, success sometimes shifts the dynamics around you, making it wise to notice whether everyone's encouragement is as genuine as it appears. If conflicting signals arise, observe carefully before reacting, because clarity often arrives through patience rather than confrontation. Should unexpected challenges appear, view them as invitations to refine your direction instead of obstacles standing in your way. You have developed strengths that extend beyond technical skill, including the ability to weigh different perspectives before making thoughtful decisions. That balanced approach may help you navigate situations that once felt overwhelming. Progress is likely to come through consistency and clear judgment rather than dramatic leaps forward. The symbolism surrounding this moment speaks less about reaching a destination and more about restoring harmony within yourself. You may feel drawn to simplify your surroundings, step away from draining influences, or create more space for quiet reflection. Honor that impulse. Like opening a window after a long season indoors, even small acts of renewal can allow fresh energy and new possibilities to move through your life. Remember that personal growth rarely happens all at once. What you notice this weekend may simply be the first gentle indication that your path is becoming more aligned with the person you are growing into. Continue practicing gratitude. Give yourself permission to acknowledge your own worth, and trust that each thoughtful choice helps strengthen the foundation beneath your future. As always, take these reflections as possibilities rather than fixed outcomes. Keep what resonates with your own experience and leave behind what doesn't, because every person's journey unfolds according to its own timing. Your intuition remains your most reliable guide as you navigate love, career, finances, health, and family with increasing wisdom and balance. Before exploring those areas more deeply, here are today's symbolic reminders. The numbers 3 and 4 may serve as gentle reflections of communication, creativity, stability, and steady progress during July 3rd and 4th. If they appear throughout your day, simply let them remind you to stay present and intentional. A soft blue tone may also resonate with the energy of this weekend, symbolizing calm dialogue, inner balance, and clear perspective. Whether through something you wear or simply notice around you, let it be a quiet reminder to approach each choice with openness and a steady heart. If this reflection brought you a sense of clarity or encouragement, I truly appreciate your support with a like. Your kindness helps these daily readings continue reaching people who may need a little hope, perspective, or reassurance along their own journey. Life has a remarkable way of teaching us through experiences that rarely look the same twice. Some lessons arrive with quiet encouragement, like a gentle breeze that nudges you toward a different perspective, while others ask for your attention by disrupting patterns that have quietly outlived their purpose. As you move through July 3rd and 4th, Libra, you may notice that the most meaningful guidance comes when you remain fully present, paying attention to the subtle moments that often speak louder than dramatic events. Even memories or challenges you once wished had never happened may now reveal wisdom that helps you navigate the choices unfolding before you. Your thoughts could feel especially active during these days, as though several paths are asking to be explored at once. Instead of rushing to resolve every question, allow yourself the grace to slow down and observe what truly deserves your energy. Balance is not created by controlling every outcome, but by responding thoughtfully to each step as it appears. As your mind becomes quieter, you may discover that clarity has been waiting beneath the noise all along, offering a steadier foundation than worry ever could. There is also a quiet current of optimism beginning to move beneath the surface. Fresh ideas may arrive unexpectedly through conversations, creative inspiration, or moments of reflection that shift the way you see a familiar situation. Rather than feeling like sudden breakthroughs, these insights are more likely to resemble the first light of morning, gradually revealing possibilities that had been hidden in shadow. This growing sense of renewal encourages you to trust your ability to adapt without losing sight of what truly matters to you. The symbolic energy surrounding these days suggests that your willingness to grow with integrity is beginning to influence more areas of your life than you may realize. Relationships, career decisions, and personal ambitions all seem to benefit when your actions remain aligned with your deeper values. Someone may quietly appreciate the calm confidence you bring into shared spaces, while practical opportunities begin forming through cooperation, mutual respect, and thoughtful communication. Progress is less about being noticed and more about creating meaningful connections that naturally open new doors. The Justice card carries special significance for Libra, not simply as a symbol of fairness, but as a reminder that true balance begins within. It invites you to consider every decision with honesty, patience, and the willingness to see more than one perspective before choosing your direction. This card suggests that the promises you've kept to yourself, along with the integrity you've shown toward others, are quietly strengthening the path ahead. Your influence often appears in subtle ways, encouraging harmony where there was once uncertainty and helping others find common ground through your example. The Three of Swords points toward emotions that may still be waiting for understanding rather than judgment. A connection in your life could be changing, perhaps because someone has been holding back out of uncertainty, or disappointment or fear of vulnerability, rather than a lack of genuine feeling. Instead of trying to force answers, allow compassion and patience to create space for truth to emerge naturally. Sometimes distance reflects unfinished healing more than absence of care, and time has a way of revealing what hurried conclusions cannot. The Judgment card introduces the possibility of renewed awareness. You may find yourself looking back on past experiences with greater compassion, recognizing how they shaped the person you are becoming instead of defining who you are. Another person may also begin to see your value with fresh understanding, making conversations or reconnections feel more authentic than before. Whether these shifts happen externally or within your own heart, they point toward a future shaped by conscious choices instead of old assumptions. The Nine of Pentacles reflects a growing confidence rooted in self-respect rather than external validation. Projects, creative ideas, or long-term goals may begin showing signs of steady progress because you've learned to invest your energy more intentionally. This isn't about reaching the finish line overnight, but about appreciating the quiet satisfaction that comes from building something meaningful with consistency and care. The Ten of Pentacles expands that message by highlighting the importance of community, trusted relationships, and shared support. As your own sense of balance becomes stronger, you may naturally attract people whose experience, encouragement, or practical insight help strengthen your plans. Financial stability may develop through thoughtful collaboration, careful planning, and opportunities that grow from genuine connections rather than quick rewards. The foundation you're creating now has the potential to support much more than immediate success. Finally, the Seven of Wands reminds you that every period of growth also asks you to protect what truly matters. You may occasionally encounter differing opinions, subtle resistance, or situations that require you to stand by your values with quiet confidence. Rather than responding defensively, let your composure become your greatest strength. Like a bridge that remains steady while the current flows beneath it, your ability to stay centered may be the very quality that carries you through whatever challenges continue to unfold. The Chariot arrives as a reminder that movement does not always begin with dramatic action. Sometimes it begins with a quiet decision to stop letting uncertainty steer your direction. As July 3rd and 4th unfold, Libra, you may notice that choices which once felt complicated begin settling into place with surprising clarity. Rather than forcing outcomes, you are learning how to move with purpose, allowing confidence to grow from each thoughtful step, instead of waiting until every answer is certain. This energy may be reflected in projects that regain momentum, conversations that finally move forward, or personal goals that no longer feel as distant as they once did. If someone has struggled to express how they truly feel, they may gradually find the courage to close the emotional distance between you. Progress during these days is less about speed than about alignment, reminding you that when your inner world becomes more balanced, your outer path often begins to respond in kind. The Lover's card deepens that message by inviting you to look beyond romance alone. At its heart, this card speaks about meaningful choices, authentic connection, and the relationships that help you become more fully yourself. If your life is opening space for a new connection, allow it to unfold naturally rather than rushing to define it. If you are already sharing your journey with someone, these days encourage honest conversations that strengthen mutual understanding instead of simply seeking agreement. Your well-being also deserves thoughtful attention now. Imagine your body as a landscape that quietly communicates what it needs through energy, tension, and moments of ease. Instead of ignoring small signals, treat them as gentle invitations to care for yourself with greater awareness. A calm mind often supports a healthier body, and simple practices that restore emotional balance may have a greater impact than you realize. Continue honoring regular medical care whenever it is appropriate, because prevention is one of the most meaningful expressions of self-respect. Be especially mindful of habits that arise from emotional exhaustion rather than genuine nourishment. If stress has been influencing your eating patterns or disrupting your rest, approach those habits with compassion instead of criticism. Listening to your body without judgment allows healing to develop more naturally over time. Your professional life also benefits from a balanced perspective. There will be moments when your work deserves your complete focus, but there are equally important moments when stepping away allows fresh insight to emerge. Healthy collaboration can become one of your greatest strengths now, especially if your workplace encourages mutual respect and open communication. If tensions exist within your environment, resist the urge to absorb every conflict that surrounds you, and instead choose responses that preserve both your professionalism and your peace of mind. Remember that your career is only one expression of the life you are building. The conversations you share around the dinner table, the time invested in people who genuinely matter, and the memories created beyond your daily responsibilities all become part of your lasting foundation. Organizing your schedule with realistic expectations creates room for both achievement and meaningful connection, allowing each area of your life to strengthen the other rather than compete for your attention. If you are searching for a new opportunity, these days may bring greater clarity about the kind of environment where your values can truly flourish. Rather than focusing only on titles or recognition, you may begin identifying the qualities that make meaningful work feel sustainable and fulfilling. This clearer understanding can help you recognize opportunities that align not only with your skills, but also with the person you are continuing to become. Financially, the atmosphere favors thoughtful planning over quick rewards. You may begin noticing opportunities that emerge through trusted relationships, shared ideas, or patient preparation rather than sudden good fortune. Resources seem to gather around projects that genuinely reflect your talents and long-term vision, encouraging you to invest your energy where it can continue growing over time. The choices you make now have the potential to create stability that extends well beyond the present moment. Support from experienced individuals or valuable connections may also appear when your intentions remain clear and your efforts consistent. Instead of seeing prosperity only through numbers, consider the deeper security that comes from knowing your work reflects your principles and contributes something meaningful. Confidence often grows when you recognize that careful preparation and authentic relationships are just as valuable as financial gain itself. As you move through these decisions, allow self-doubt to become quieter than your inner wisdom. Practical steps such as organizing your finances, strengthening professional relationships, or refining long-term plans may create a sense of calm that extends into many other parts of your life. Lasting abundance is often built gradually, through thoughtful choices repeated over time rather than dramatic moments of change. When it comes to love, one truth deserves gentle reflection. Relationships flourish when both people continue choosing one another freely, not because they feel obligated to remain where their hearts no longer meet. If a connection has drifted away from shared understanding, forcing it rarely restores what has been lost. Sometimes the most compassionate path begins by honoring both love and freedom, allowing each relationship to reveal its true direction with honesty, respect, and an open heart. Love has never been sustained by obligation alone. The strongest relationships are the ones where two people continue choosing one another freely, creating space for honesty, respect, and mutual growth. If your relationship already feels supportive and emotionally balanced, these days may simply deepen your appreciation for what you have built together. Sometimes the greatest gift isn't dramatic change, but recognizing the quiet peace that already exists between you. If tension has been quietly building over time, however, this weekend offers an opportunity to approach it differently. Rather than avoiding uncomfortable conversations or allowing frustration to remain beneath the surface, consider creating room for open dialogue without assigning blame. The current atmosphere doesn't necessarily point toward endings, but it does encourage greater awareness of patterns that may no longer serve either of you. Honest conversations often become the first step toward restoring harmony when both people are willing to truly listen. Should you notice that the same disagreements continue repeating without meaningful change, it may be worth asking yourself what those recurring moments are trying to teach you. Relationships naturally experience differences, and occasional disagreements rarely define their strength. Yet when the same emotional cycle continues month after month, reflection becomes just as important as reconciliation. Sometimes balance begins by understanding your own needs more clearly before asking someone else to understand them. If you're currently single, these days invite you to develop a deeper relationship with yourself before seeking certainty from someone else. You may feel inspired to travel, explore new interests, reconnect with forgotten passions, or simply spend quiet moments listening to your own thoughts without outside influence. The more comfortable you become with your own company, the more naturally you'll recognize relationships that truly complement your life rather than complete it. If you are sharing your journey with someone, try not to give unnecessary energy to conversations that repeatedly lead nowhere. As your awareness grows, you may begin recognizing which topics deserve thoughtful discussion and which are better released before they become unnecessary conflict. Every interaction becomes an opportunity to cultivate understanding instead of proving a point. Respect, patience, and sincere communication often strengthen relationships far more effectively than winning an argument. Family energy also carries a quiet sense of encouragement during these days. You may recognize how much strength has been built through consistent acts of care that often go unnoticed in everyday life. Even small conversations can help restore closeness, allowing misunderstandings to soften naturally as everyone becomes more willing to see one another with fresh perspective. Sometimes, healing begins not through dramatic gestures, but through simple moments of genuine presence. Shared plans, practical cooperation, or thoughtful support may help strengthen the foundation within your family circle. Whether you're offering guidance or receiving it, there is value in allowing help to move in both directions. Moments of gratitude, shared celebrations, or even ordinary time spent together can quietly remind everyone of what truly matters. Your ability to remain fair, calm, and understanding may encourage others to approach challenges with greater openness as well. Your personal energy also seems ready for gentle renewal. Interests that once brought joy may begin calling for your attention again, whether through creative hobbies, meaningful projects, or dreams that were placed aside while life demanded your focus elsewhere. Instead of searching for excitement through unnecessary risks, allow yourself to reconnect with activities that leave you feeling grounded, inspired, and fully present. Genuine fulfillment often grows from what nourishes your spirit, rather than what simply captures your attention. This is an especially supportive time to rediscover your creative voice. Music, writing, painting, design, photography, or any form of artistic expression may become a meaningful outlet for thoughts that are difficult to express through words alone. Don't measure your creativity by comparison or perfection. What matters most is the experience of creating itself and the quiet confidence that grows each time you give yourself permission to explore something that genuinely inspires you. If old disappointments begin resurfacing, be mindful of the temptation to seek emotional repayment for past hurts. Resentment often promises relief but rarely delivers it, keeping your attention fixed on wounds that deserve space to heal instead. Acknowledge your feelings with honesty, give yourself time to process them, and remember that healing rarely comes from repeating the pain in another form. Choosing peace is not a sign of weakness, but an expression of emotional strength. Life will always present moments of competition, disagreement, or misunderstanding, but the way you respond shapes their lasting impact. During these days, your greatest strength may lie in remaining composed when emotions run high. Before speaking, allow yourself a brief pause to consider whether your words are building understanding or simply reflecting a passing frustration. Even a single conversation handled with patience and kindness has the power to change the direction of a relationship in ways that continue unfolding long after the moment itself has passed. Before responding to someone, give yourself a moment to pause and consider the intention behind your words. Ask yourself whether you're speaking to create understanding or simply reacting to an emotion that may soon pass. During July 3rd and 4th, Libra, thoughtful communication has the potential to strengthen relationships in ways that impulsive reactions never could. If you realize you unintentionally hurt someone, don't hesitate to acknowledge it with sincerity. A genuine apology often restores far more than silence ever can, and your willingness to take responsibility reflects quiet confidence rather than weakness. Holding on to resentment rarely protects your heart. It usually asks you to carry a burden that no longer belongs in your future. Allow yourself to release old frustrations when you're ready, knowing that forgiveness is often less about excusing someone else and more about creating peace within yourself. Every new day offers another opportunity to respond with greater wisdom than the day before. Personal growth is rarely about perfection. It's about becoming a little more aware with each experience that shapes you. If your attention is focused on studying or developing new skills, these days encourage you to become more proactive in your own progress. Rather than waiting for direction, look for ways to deepen your understanding while remaining committed to the structure you've already established. The enthusiasm and intention you bring to your work can influence not only what you learn, but also how confident and fulfilled you feel throughout the process. Growth becomes much more meaningful when you appreciate the journey instead of measuring yourself only by the final result. Be mindful of distractions that quietly pull your energy away from your priorities, especially relationships or environments that consistently leave you feeling discouraged rather than inspired. Give yourself permission to spend time with people who encourage curiosity, creativity, and genuine personal development. Balance focused effort with moments of rest, conversation, and activities that refresh your perspective. Every experience, whether challenging or joyful, adds another layer to the wisdom you're building over time. Knowledge becomes most powerful when it changes the way you see yourself and the world around you. As you continue learning, remain open to unexpected insights that may arrive through ordinary conversations, new experiences, or moments of quiet reflection. The path ahead becomes clearer not because every answer appears at once, but because you're becoming more willing to walk forward with patience, maturity, and an open mind. As for the symbolic connections surrounding these days, a few signs may naturally complement the energy you're cultivating. Taurus may remind you of the value of stability and consistency, encouraging you to build relationships that grow through trust rather than urgency. Conversations with someone carrying this grounded energy could help you step outside familiar routines and appreciate the quiet strength that develops through dependable support. Leo may inspire greater confidence in expressing your authentic voice. Through this connection, answers you've been searching for could emerge naturally, not because someone else provides every solution, but because their perspective encourages you to recognize insights that have already been forming within you. Pay attention to conversations that challenge you to see yourself with greater courage and optimism. Scorpio brings an invitation to slow down and reconnect with your emotional depth. Time spent with someone carrying this energy may encourage meaningful conversations, shared laughter, or simple moments of release that help you let go of unnecessary emotional weight. Sometimes healing begins through genuine connection, reminding you that strength also exists in allowing yourself to rest. As we come to the close of today's reflection, thank you for sharing these moments with me. Your willingness to pause, reflect, and listen gives purpose to every message we explore together. Remember that this reading is not here to make decisions on your behalf. Instead, let it serve as a gentle mirror, offering perspectives that may help you navigate your own path with greater awareness and confidence. Take with you whatever feels meaningful and allow anything that doesn't resonate to pass by without resistance. Your intuition remains the most important guide you'll ever have, and no reading should replace the wisdom you continue developing through your own experiences. If today's message brought you a little more clarity or encouragement, I'd truly appreciate your support with a like, as it helps these reflections reach others who may be searching for the same sense of perspective. And if you'd like to continue sharing this journey together, you're always welcome to join our community and turn on notifications for future daily readings. Thank you once again for your presence, your openness, and your trust. May these first days of July bring you greater balance, meaningful conversations, and the quiet confidence to keep moving toward the life you're thoughtfully creating. Wishing you a beautiful and peaceful weekend, Libra.